The great golden state of California, where Katy Perry talks about California girls, where movie stars are born and tech booms. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how much does it cost to buy land in California. All right, so first I'm gonna show you my favorite website of exactly like how to study where the land you wanna buy, exactly how much does it cost, and I'm gonna talk about a couple other resources and then a couple of other fees, and by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how much does it cost to buy land in California. All right, so I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna show you exactly my favorite website, where I like to research land, how much does it cost, and go ahead and follow along with me, and I'm gonna be recording my screen as we go. So this is my favorite website called landwatch.com. I'm gonna go ahead and stick California in here. I'm gonna just pull up what exactly is going on in California. So what's really cool about a land watch is it gives you a good understanding. If maybe you're new to the state, maybe you've lived here your entire life, you might learn something from this. So what's really cool is you can kind of highlight on areas that you want to see at the great state of California, the Golden State. So first is the North Carolina, or the North Coast California, not North Carolina. Then you can go to the Shasta, Cascade, California, and then really just the Gold County, the deserts, California. This is where the land's gonna be a little cheaper, like the Death Valley, the places called like the NTC, the National Training Center, where the Army goes out and trains. And then you got the Central Valley of California, then you got the Central Coast of California, San Francisco Bay Area. So this coastline is gonna be a lot more expensive land, so it's gonna cost a lot more, but there's great opportunity. I mean, California has 655 miles of coastline. It's also got 9 national forests. You've got desert, you got coastline, you got national forest, you got all these little climates. So California is an absolutely amazing thing. It's absolutely booming and busting. If you ask people anywhere in the world, when they think about the United States, they think about Hollywood and California, and everyone thinks that all movies are filmed in California, which are actually migrating over to, Atlanta, Georgia. But I digress. Let's talk about how much does it cost to buy land in California. So I want to go down and I want to study this land watch a little bit more. If you notice, there's a lot of land for sale in the desert regions, but let me scroll down a little bit more. I actually want to make sure we're looking at undeveloped land. So under property types, you want to check undeveloped, and it'll tell you the filter was applied. And then I want to scroll down again, and I want to only be looking at land that's available for sale, not under contract. So I'm going to uncheck that under contract button, and this is going to give me a better understanding of what's going on. So if you notice, there's a lot of land for sale and available. There's over 3,300 parcels in the desert region. The Shasta area is 1,500, Los Angeles 1,500, and then let's just go hit the see more. And the smallest amount of land looks like to be Orange County region. Super expensive land. But let me tell you, if you get a piece of land under contract at a crazy discount in Orange County, you're gonna have people just like feeding over it, like a feeding frenzy of sharks. Fighting over this land if you've got it at a discount. So let's go more into it. I love San Bernardino County. I can't say it correctly today. But that's a great area. But let's get into how much does it cost. First, let's dream a little bit. Let's look at land that costs a little bit more. So I'm gonna scroll down to, let's just say, $1 million and up. There's over 1,100 of those parcels. And let's do the minimum. Let's just see. We got over 71 parcels of land that are 500 acres plus. So we're gonna click on that. So we've got 1 million and up, 500 acres plus, if you hit the see more for the active filters. And we're gonna dream a little bit. Let's just say we're gonna buy 2,600 acres in California for $2.9 million. So I bet you most people didn't realize that you could buy over 2,600 acres in California. California is a huge state, and if you look at it, this is like national forest stuff. Like if this stuff is just absolutely beautiful. There's trees, it gives you a good map. I mean, it just looks like it's untouched. This is like God's creation here. Let's quit dreaming a little bit, and let's look at exactly how much this land costs. And I wanna show you, I'm gonna pull out my calculator on my Mac here, and I'm gonna put in $2.9 million, 2,950,000, and I'm gonna add 3 more zeros for the 2.9. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just to make sure. And I'm gonna divide that by 2,690 acres. And that tells me right there, this is answering the question that how much does it cost to buy land in California? Well, that tells me right there, I can buy this land for $1,000 an acre. That's 2,600 acres. You might say, well, Brent, I don't have $3 million. So let's go and look at a little bit more affordable land. Let's look at the exact opposite end of the spectrum. Let's look at the cheaper land in California. Believe it or not, there is land that's less expensive in California. So I'm gonna click on these filters just to remove them. I'm gonna keep California and undeveloped, and I'm gonna go for the least expensive land now to show you exactly what you can get. So we're gonna go 0 to $49,000, and then I want to go and make the acreage a lot bigger. So we're gonna do 101 to 200 acres in the 0 to 49,000. And it looks like only one parcel is available that costs $44,800, and it's 120 acres. Let's look at this. Let's dream a little bit. This looks like it's in the desert region. So you're gonna buy 1, 2, 3, 4 lots. They've got one photo of it for you. And let's see where it's at. Looks like it's in the desert center, right in the center of the desert, right off of I-10. And it looks like it's close to the Desert Center Airport. So it's not too far from the airport. But let's pull out our calculator again. $44,800. Believe it or not, you can buy land, 120 acres for $44,800. 120 acres. So this land is literally $373 per acre. This is exactly how much it costs to buy land in California. I hope this video explained a little bit about exactly how to find this land, how to figure it out. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about another resource. Once you figured out where you want to buy land at in California, whether it be the desert region or the 655 miles of coastland, once you kind of figure out where you want to be, I highly recommend, scrolling, going back. I'm going to get out of here real quick. And I want to go back to just to California, not Colorado, California, undeveloped land. And I'm gonna remove all these filters except for California and undeveloped. And then I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna keep looking until I see the actual signature or the land specialist. I'm just scrolling down. And let's see, land specialist is who I'm looking for, which I'm not finding it here on Land Watch for California. You'll see a lot of, so BillyLand.com, I see him a lot. You'll see private property lands. But I don't see a land specialist for California. I'm gonna show you another place you can go to find the land specialist, because what I wanna do, I wanna suggest actually talking to a land specialist realtor. These people are gonna be like an invaluable resource whenever you're trying to find land. They're gonna tell you where the water's at, if you have water rights, if you need a well, what the electric's gonna cost. But since Land Watch is not showing it, I'm gonna show you another great site called Redfin. And I'm gonna go to California. Now, granted, you wanna let's just go say we're looking in San Diego. We only wanna see San Diego land. So when you figure out where you wanna be at, get that zip code and get a little bit more micro. But for example, I'm just gonna pick a random San Diego. On Redfin, I'm gonna click more filters and I wanna select land filter. And then I wanna go to for sale and click that button because I only wanna see the solds in the last 3 months. And then I'm gonna start scrolling these, and I wanna see the person that pops up the most. This is generally where we're gonna find the land specialist realtor. So I'm gonna go ahead and open a Word document. While that's opening, I'm gonna click on the first one. Actually, this is not showing me land only. So land is what I've selected, but it's also showing me houses. Let me just make sure I apply the filter. Scroll in a little bit. All right, here we go. Here's some vacant land. So the first one, $1.2 million. We're gonna click on this. And one way to know that there's not a house there, it's 0 beds, 0 bath. There's nothing there. No beds, no baths. So I'm gonna click on that, and then we're gonna scroll down, and I wanna see who the actual listing agent was for it. So this home was sold a month ago, listed by Mr. Martinez. I'm gonna Control C that, and I'm gonna go ahead and open up a Word document, and I'm gonna Control V to paste it, and then I'm gonna go back, and then I wanna see who it was bought by. Sean with Keller Williams. So I'm gonna Control C him, copy it, and I'm gonna paste him. And what I'm gonna do this like 5 or 10 times until I start seeing, a pattern. I wanna see who does it the most. All right, and then I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm just gonna keep doing it. For time purposes, I'll keep this super quick. But I wanna find the realtors that are selling land. So unfortunately, we don't have enough data to generate an estimate. So I'm looking for who sold this one. It doesn't look like it's showing up. So we'll get rid of it and then go to the next one. All right, this one was listed by Theodore. Control C, Control V, go back. Let's see who it was bought by. The bought by is basically the actual agent that brought the buyer. So what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna do this probably about 10 or 15 times until I see that maybe Sean keeps coming up, or maybe it's Leon that keeps showing up. I wanna keep doing this until I see a person show up a second time, and that is the land specialist realtor. But at the end of the day, these are still realtors selling land. So these would still be realtors that could help you buy land. All right, so there you have it. There's your live demo. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I'm giving tips and tricks all the time about everything we do in my land business. We've done over 310 parcels of land, and we have 114 land notes paying us every single month on vacant raw land. We haven't done any clearing, any mowing. We just send a photographer out there and we sell the stuff on seller financing. And it's given me financial freedom, time freedom, passive income that I never would have thought possible, geography freedom. This stuff is so simple and so easy. There's no roofs to repair, no foundations to fix, and ultimately there's virtually no competition. If you're interested in checking out, seeing if you'd be interested to get started, head on over to landsharks.com.